Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking on the video. If you haven't seen us before, we're brothers who run an Airbnb business, and at the end of the day, these videos are just free education, really. So thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to cover how to actually scale your own Airbnb business to hit £10,000 plus per month. So I'm assuming you've clicked on it because your goal is this, £10,000 per month, which is a great goal. It's a life-changing number to hit. And the day that we hit it, it definitely changed our life for the better. So I'm glad you're striving for it, and I'm hoping you hit it as well. And with this video and these advices, these tips, you'll be able to get very, very close, 100%. I can imagine this will push the needle for you. So if you just focus on what we speak about in this video, hopefully your life will change just like ours did, right? And I'm very, very excited for you to get to learn. So the way that we're going to structure it is quite simple. We're going to speak about what not to do, what you should do, and what your role should be as a business owner who wants to scale £10,000 a month. If that makes sense, great, he'll get us started.
So first of all, what you shouldn't be doing as a business owner, particularly for Airbnb, is cleaning the property. So every time a guest checks out, you should not be cleaning the property. That is not your role. You shouldn't be checking in and checking out the guests. So you shouldn't be there to give them the keys so they can access the property and to basically say bye on their way out. That is not your role. You should not be doing that. That is a waste of time. That's a worker in the business, not the business owner. All right. The next thing you shouldn't be dealing with is guest queries. Guests should not have instant access to your phone. They shouldn't be able to message you, and you shouldn't have to pick that up. Again, that's not your role. You shouldn't be doing that. What you also shouldn't have to do is fix your calendars. And what this means is that if you were to get a booking on Airbnb, you shouldn't have to manually go into every single OTA such as booking.com and then block out them same 4 nights just so you can't get double booked. Again, not your role. Don't focus on that. And these are things that you should not be doing. The next thing you shouldn't be doing is dealing with any physical problems, which means you shouldn't be there present at the property if the guest has a problem. If the guest doesn't know how to work Netflix or doesn't know how the boiler works, or for example, like a table breaks, you shouldn't go out there to fix and to help them. It should be a handyman that you send over to do all of that stuff for you. For example, if the window breaks while the guest is there and they're staying for another 2-3 weeks, and it breaks, however, by accident, you shouldn't be the one over there stressing about how am I going to fix it. No, it should be a handyman who goes over there. He sees what he needs to do. He fixes it. If not, he'll call someone else to come and fix it, and then again, give you the invoice. That's what you should not be dealing with at all in terms of like your physical problems. And what you shouldn't also be doing is adjusting prices. You shouldn't be scanning the area for events which may occur to lift or to decrease your prices. That's completely not your role at all. You shouldn't be sitting there on the laptop writing down events coming up in whatever city. That's a waste of time. Do not do that at all. And you should you should use something to sort of take you out from doing that. So that is exactly what we're going to go into right now. So what I'm going to go into is how you can not do that. The way you can replace yourself in them systems is by leveraging/outsourcing. For example, for the cleaning, you want to get cleaners in. You shouldn't be doing that yourself. Again, if you're looking to scale this for up to 10K a month, you're going to need multiple properties. If you have multiple cleans on the same day, what is your plan? You're not going to go there and clean them all in the same minute. It's just not possible at all. And with check-ins and check-outs, you need to replace that. You need to have a lockbox in place. You need to have an automated messaging system to give the guest the code to the lockbox as well. Again, with guest queries, you should have a virtual assistant in place so that when they do message, the virtual assistant picks it up and you don't even have to deal with any guests. They don't even have access to you. Fixing your calendar, again, that can be done with a channel manager, which links all of your calendars together and stops any for you from getting double booked in the first place, and also your virtual assistant. Physical problems should be, as I said before, should be given to a handyman. These are all taking you out of the business and letting you work on the business and not in the business. And adjusting prices, you should have a software in place. We use Price Labs, and what it does is exactly what I said before. It scans the area, looks for events. It also looks for properties of a similar model in the area. For example, if you have a 2-bed flat in Warwick, if that's even a place, if you have a 2-bed flat in Warwick, it will look at different 2-bed flats in Warwick and it will see the average price you should be doing, and it will recommend that to you. You shouldn't be going through all the areas, doing all your scanning or your research. No, that's not what you should be doing. You should have that in place, and that will take you out of the business, save you so much more time, and give you a lot more energy to do exactly what he's going to speak about now.
Okay, so just based on what he was saying, I do want to reiterate, when he says that you need to use leverage and you need to outsource and you need to have systems in place, that doesn't mean that as a business owner you should be lazy and you should be a bad business owner, right? That doesn't mean it's an excuse for you not to tend to issues that your guests have. It just means that you should have a system in place for when those issues arise as like a scaling up process. So at first, if your guest has an issue, okay, they can speak to a VA. If your VA can't get it resolved, then you need to be there, have all the skills and be prepared to get it resolved. At the end of the day, you're the person that they want to call. Imagine when you're at work, let's say you're working in a call center and the customer isn't happy. What does he do? He wants to speak to a manager. You are now the manager when you run the business. So it's up to you to have all the answers and to basically be ready and be the most competent in the business. So that's really important. And now let's speak about the principles that got us to 10K and that will hopefully get you to 10K as well. Principles, I'm just going to write it down if it lets me. Principles, right. As a business owner, you want to think big basically. Like I wrote it down here. You want to think like a big business, right? When you buy from Amazon, Jeff Bezos doesn't hand deliver you the parcels himself. He doesn't package them himself. He thinks big. He has systems. He has people working for him. He works on just two things. Every business owner who is successful and who has scaled thinks about just two things and just does two things. Do you know what those things are? I'll write them down for you. They are marketing and sales. Marketing and sales. These are the only things that will ever grow your business, and nothing else will grow your business. With property in specific, I'll be helpful for you. All right, I'll give you examples. All right, marketing. What does this mean? Speaking to more landlords. You want to instead of spending your time cleaning, instead of spending your time speaking to guests, speak to landlords. Because what does that allow you to do? It allows you to get more properties. I'm gonna draw some little properties for you. More properties, and guess what more properties means? More cash flow. If you want to get to 10K, roughly, a property in the UK, if you're running it well, makes about £700 to £1,200 profit. So on average, you call it about £1,000 profit per property. If you have 10 of those properties, guess what you now have? 10K a month. Does that make sense? You need to spend your time not cleaning, but you want to outsource your cleaning. You want to spend your time marketing, which means speaking to more landlords, posting online about what you do, perhaps running ads, sending out leaflets, going to networking events, anything to get your name out there as a great rental service operator, which then allows you to have leads. Your leads are landlords, and then you close those leads by taking their properties on. Does that make a lot of sense? I hope it does. And then sales. This means viewings. Doing what? Like viewings, speaking to landlords. This is actually, as a business owner, this is what you should be doing. Like, there's even parts that he hasn't spoken about in systemizing, which the top people systemize in. So, furnishing a property. That initially you want to do it yourself, so you know what actually happens, and you want to have a blueprint. But as soon as you know what you're doing, you want to make sure that other people are doing it for you because you train them, and it means that you just have more time. Furnishing can take some time. It can take around 2 to 3, 7 full days, depending on the property, depending on the amount of work needed. And you want to make sure you're not burning that time. Instead, you're using it growing the business. Because at the end of the day, getting to 10K is a lot easier when it's all that you do. When all you do is marketing and all that you do is sales, getting to 10K is a lot easier. So this is a very important principle for a business owner. As soon as you're working on the business and not working in the business, it allows you the mental real estate to get these two things done. Okay, marketing and sales. And in terms of sales, it's like I said, I've only said those two things because they're very, very important. It's all basically we work on. When we were coming up, specifically in property, it's all we ever did is make sure that the way we showed up was the best possible way, so landlords couldn't say no. We looked like the best possible people. We were the best possible people, but it also helps when you look like it as well. So that's what got us to 10K. Hopefully, using this mindset, using these principles, you too will get to 10K. Is there anything that you want to add on the back of that?
Pretty much working a job. I know this is very hard for a lot of people because working a job is what makes you want to start a business. And once you work your job, you're so used to working for that paycheck. So you're so used to actually doing everything yourself, and then you get paid, sort of thing. But what you need to get drilled into your head is that you're a business owner. You're now the manager. So for the exact job you're working on, you're the manager. You're the person that doesn't do any of the work, and all you do is simply manage the people that do the work. So you need to take yourself out of the work and just focus on literally checking on how everyone's doing, giving people the correct roles, and all the sales and the marketing. That's all you do. And it's very hard to obviously, it's very easy, to get that out of your head and to sort of falling back into the working role that you're used to. But you need to make sure that you adapt and that you're a business owner now. You're not a worker. Pretty much that is all I have to add. That other than that, it was all spot on.
That's it. Work less, earn more. That's exactly how you scale your business. Yeah, we hope this video was helpful. We hope this was clear. And if it wasn't clear, by all means, comment and we'll be able to clear it up for you. If you did find it useful, comment, like, subscribe, share, and thank you so much for your time.